Welcome back, everyone. This is MandoAllDay, back with another video. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Batman Duke Thomas from the Tales from the Dark Knight Multiverse storyline or wave. As always, we're going to be taking a look at the figure itself in terms of the articulation, sculpture, and paint, and if it's worth your purchase or not. But before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button to not only support the channel, but to keep up to date and watch videos like this. So let's take a look at the box. This is what the front of the box looks like. This side. The back, the other side, top, and bottom. Alright, now let's take a look at the accessories that it comes with. Alright, here are the accessories that it comes with. It does come with a card, so the front of the card looks like. The back of the card. And it comes with this cool little guitar here. It looks pretty cool. I really dig the guitar. It looks really cool. It has a weird texture design to it. And I also like how the edges are right here too. It's very consistent to how he looks. And I'll show you in a bit what I mean. But the back, very plain. Not much to it. But the front, decent amount of detail. And it does come with a regular stand. So let's take a look at Duke Thomas. And first off, the head sculpture is really cool, man. I do like that paint. It's very simple paint because it's essentially black and white, but it's the design and texture look really cool. And we see that. Look at that head right there. Very cool design. And what I like about it is it has a weird texture look to it, to where it's almost as if the mask was made out of wood and they painted it white. So it kind of has that look to it. Hopefully it makes sense. I mean, if you look at the picture right here, you can kind of see it more what I'm referring to. So it looks really cool. I do like the spikes on the ears. It is just so ridiculous, but it's really cool, and it just pops, even from a distance. So I gotta say, the paint's good, even though it's black and white. Head articulation, very good. Up and down, not the greatest, but left and right, good. Shoulder articulation is very limited because of his armor piece, or the cape, I should say. Bicep articulation, good. Elbow, good. Wrist, if I can turn it. Let me see if I can turn it. There we go. Wrist, good. Overall, in terms of shoulder articulation, not the greatest because of the cape, but it's a decent good looking figure. Now, what stands out though is the amount of detail on the arms. Just look at this right here. These little pieces right here. Look at that detail right here on the wrist. Even his hands, consistent look to it. See that? Very cool. And those are the things that really make this figure stand out. And I really dig it, man. I really dig it. And I like how it's kind of like a dark purple with black, and it just looks very cool and menacing. And even here on the design here on his chest, excuse me, like a weird texture material, but I do like the cape. It has that look to it, kind of like wood. And look at that spikes on the back. I don't know if they're correct terminology, but this looks very cool, and it just pops. Consistent to where the gauntlets and the guitar. See that? Very cool. The cape looks cool. Very simple, but I do like the cutouts here. Gives it a really unique look to it. And the sculpture, the design right here, the texture, the sculpture is really good, man. The amount of detail on this figure is fantastic, and I dig it. Even here on his torso, that torso armor looks very good. It looks all beat up and used and worn. It just really pops. The Batman logo is just there. It's kind of small pointy ears. You can see it from here at the top. Nothing too crazy. Torso articulation, it's not the greatest. It's okay. Not the greatest, but it'll do. But overall, upper body looks really good, man. It's the detail that really makes this figure stand out. The paint is good. Again, the paint on the face is it's simple, but it looks good. It's clean. But the detail on the arms, that textured material here, that's what really stands out the most. And I gotta say, this looks really cool, man. I really dig it. Utility belt, very simple, but it looks clean. I wish it was consistent in terms of the paint, because the paint's here white, but in the back, same design, but it's not painted. I don't know if it's just maybe my figure, but see, it's not painted. It could be just my figure, or maybe It is by design, but I wish it was painted. And I like how it's a kind of different colors, like a dark gold, then it's like a lighter gold and very bright. Here we go. Maybe the camera can pick it. There we go. Dark, then it gets lighter. So it really looks like it's kind of glowing. I dig that. The legs look very beefy. Look at that. The detail. It has like a weird texture material too. But those legs, those quads, god damn, he does not skip leg day. Armor pieces on his boots, very, very good. Again, all that detail right here. Fantastic, man. I gotta say, McFarlane kills it with the amount of detail. Let's take a look at the leg articulation. It's good. Knees, good. Ankles, good. And then, of course, toes, good. So in terms of leg articulation, it's good. The pieces on his boots, I wish there was an extra paint to it, just to kind of make it pop more. Oh, look at the detail on his feet. See right here? Yeah, I wish there was a kind of an extra paint to it, but overall, it's all good. But what stands out the most is just the size and detail in the upper body, and he looks really, really cool, man. And I dig this figure a lot. I first saw this on images, and I'm like, I'm not really gonna dig it. I might not get it, but I got my pre-order, and I figured, you know what? I'll pre-order it on Amazon, and if I don't like it, I can just return it. And I gotta say, fantastic. Oops. He's a pretty big fellow, and unfortunately my posing isn't the greatest, as you can see, but it fell. But overall, I gotta say, fantastic looking figure, and if you were to ask me would I recommend it, hells yeah. I think this is a great addition to the DC Multiverse. Yes, I know it's Batman. I get it. I can already tell people when I say another Batman. Hey, Batman sells for McFarlane. It's the fact, but I'm hoping, you know, with the new merger with DC and the other company of Discovery, they can add in more characters apart from Batman. But I gotta say, fantastic figure, and yes, I would highly, highly recommend it. You have to see this figure in person, and yep, I had a feeling it's gonna fall. But like I was saying, you have to see this figure in person because it looks really, really good, man. Fantastic detail. Trust me, you see this, and you will probably gonna be saying what I said. The detail in the upper body is really good, man. I'm telling you. Really, 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 really good. And I would highly, highly recommend getting this figure. Let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with me? Do you plan on getting this figure? Do you already purchase this figure? Leave it in the comment section below. As always, make sure you hit the subscribe button to support the channel, but to keep up to date and watch videos like this. So it includes an overview of Duke Thomas from Tales of from the Dark Multiverse, and on to the next one.